everyone, I'm Randy. Welcome back to Teen Book Babble, our YouTube series where our teen services team talks about some of our most recent reads. This month, I read and enjoyed The Marvelous by Claire Kahn. It's contemporary fiction, it's also a bit of a mystery. It came out this year. It's not part of a series, it's a standalone book, and I really enjoyed it. So let me tell you a little bit about The Marvelous. So in The Marvelous, we start off with Jewel Van Hanen. Jewel is an eccentric heiress and creator of Golden Rule, a popular video sharing app. So Jewel has been missing from the public eye for about a year. She sort of disappeared off of all social media, and so now she's finally reemerged and she's posted a video on Golden Rule. And in this video, she's stating that she's going to bring back Golden Weekend, which is kind of this opportunity for four Golden Rule users to spend a weekend at her mansion. And so this will be the last weekend, so it's a really big opportunity for four of the Golden Rule users to spend some time with Jewel at this retreat. Now, no one really knows what goes on at these weekends, in part because participants are not really allowed to talk about what happens. Like, you know that they go off for this weekend, and you suspect that they're doing what you would do at any normal retreat, like sessions where they talk about where they want to go in the future and Jewel offering advice. But again, you don't really know. So 4 users are selected, and those are Luna, who really loves Golden Rule. She actually submits silent videos. So she doesn't talk in any of her videos, but she absolutely loves Golden Rule. She loves Jewel. She's a big fan, and she loves solving puzzles. And then we have Nicole. Nicole, while Jewel was gone, Nicole sort of shot up and became the most popular user on Golden Rule. And she is really using Golden Rule as a platform to sort of brand herself and launch herself into sort of stardom. Then we have Stella. Stella is brand new to Golden Rule. She's only posted one video, and that was actually something that her and her therapist decided she could do. She is someone who's very sheltered, but very smart. She's actually got some really overprotective parents, so she's not really allowed to go out and do a lot of different things. So all 3 of these characters narrate the story. And so once they arrive at Jewel's mansion, they believe it's a typical weekend. So they get there and they find out that it's not what they thought it was. It's a game. Jewel has designed this game where they will need to participate in challenges and solve puzzles to win an ultimate prize, which is $500,000 for 2 contestants. So the stakes are really high, and Jewel is testing them all to see if they have what it takes to beat the competition and win at any cost. So like I said, this story is told from 3 of the contestants' perspectives. We have Luna, Nicole, and Stella, and all of these characters were wonderful. I actually listened to this book like I do many of the books that I read, and the narrator did a great job giving each character a distinct personality. I think probably my favorite is Stella. Stella is sassy. She's definitely someone who knows her own mind. She, like I said, she has overprotective parents, and she really wants to sort of get away and get out, and this is her inaugural weekend away from her parents, and they actually agreed to let her go. So she really likes that this is her opportunity to get away from her parents, but also that it's a game. She really loves solving all these puzzles, and she enjoys trying to one-up Jewel, and she's a really great character. I also, obviously this is a game, so you are following along with the characters. They get this sort of weird, really cryptic poem that they have to solve. And so they're trying to solve each little bit of the poem, and so you follow along with them as you're trying to sort of figure out how to win the game. So the other thing about The book is the house itself, the mansion where they're staying for the weekend. It's like a character in itself. It has all these different wings and rooms that are just crazy. A Willy Wonka type mansion, with a soda room where you can get different kinds of soda and pops. Each There's a wing that has rooms based on holidays, so like the Christmas room, that kind of thing. They have a wardrobe room for the contestants with clothes for every single person in their size that is attending this weekend. They have crazy events like an Alice in Wonderland tea party where they're actually, like playing croquet, and there's a whole elaborate tea party set up. So the setting is just kind of out of this world for this book. The other part of the story that I really enjoyed is Jewel herself. Like, she's very tricksy. You don't know, like, what her ultimate end goal is. Are her intentions pure, or does she have some nefarious reason for bringing all of these people together? So all in all, a great read. I highly recommend it. And like I said, if you can listen to it, I would recommend that as well. I had a great time listening to The Marvelous. So if you're interested in checking this out, the book is available in print at our library, of course, but you can also check it out on Access 360 and Cloud Library with your library card as an ebook. It is also available as an e-audiobook on Cloud Library, Hoopla, and Libby.
Hey everybody, welcome back to Book Babble. My name's Kelsey, and today I'm going to be talking to you about The Enemy by Charlie Higson. So this is a sort of post-apocalyptic sci-fi, and you guessed it, it's about zombies. Happy October, everybody. The Enemy is actually one of my favorite zombie books of all time. It's actually the first book in a 6-book series, The Enemy series by Charlie Higson. So if you like this one, which I'm pretty sure you will, you'll be basically set for October if you want to binge all 6 of them. Or, of course, you can spread them out. So The Enemy takes place 1 year after a strange disease started to affect everyone over the age of 16, giving them a strange craving for human flesh and a rather shambling, brainless appearance. So for the past year, it has been kids versus grown-ups, or kids versus zombies. The Enemy follows a group of kids who's camped out in a about Aldi-sized grocery store in London called Waitrose. And they have a bit of a rivalry with a group of kids at the Tesco grocery store of about the same size across the street. They've been doing the best they can to survive for the past year, but their rations are running low. They're having casualties all the time, and it's getting harder and harder to get by. And just when it seems like they need it most, a strange kid in a patchwork jacket calling himself Jester says that there's a place in the center of London where there's plenty of food and they don't have to worry about being attacked by these shambling gangs of cannibalistic grown-ups. And this place is Buckingham Palace. Now, the kids aren't sure if they can trust Jester, nor are they sure that they can trust each other, but it's getting to the point where they're starting to feel like they don't have a choice. So reluctantly, they're going to set off on this journey across London, not really sure what they're going to find waiting for them at Buckingham Palace. My favorite thing about the Enemy series and the Enemy as a book is definitely seeing the way that different little societies arise and the way that these kids develop their own like unique little structures and cultures. It's also really cool seeing how different like types of kids have adjusted to being in charge and taking care of their own survival. It's cool seeing the different sort of roles that they've adapted and fallen into. It is definitely one of my favorites, and it's perfect for spooky season. I'm not going to tell you who my favorite character is, however, because even telling you who that is would be a little bit of a spoiler. So after you read this, maybe come and see me in the Vortex and see if you can guess my favorite character. Then I'll tell you. You can definitely come in here and check it out at the Vortex, and we'll hope to see you soon.
Hello, friends. I'm Amber. Welcome to another Book Babble. Today I'm going to be reviewing The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. So this is really excellent. It's a mystery thriller, true crime kind of feeling It is a series. There are 4 books in all. They're super easy reads. Like they go by really fast, especially if you love true crime, if you like, sort of a little bit more of like gory stuff, murder, crime, things like that. They're great reads for the spooky season or what have you. Um, but so Barnes also is a criminal psychologist, which I thought was really fascinating. And so the amount of like truth that she puts in is just enough to kind of, make it seem really like it could happen, even though, yes, it is a YA book. There are, teenagers involved. The main character is a girl named Cassie, and she's, been through trauma from a young age and has her own kind of little mystery going on. And so she's offered by the FBI to join a program for teenagers who are like her, like who have certain abilities that, in Cassie's case, she's able to read people really well and also use deductive reasoning, similar to like a Sherlock Holmes type of, that sort of like detective style, I guess. Um, so she, is really excellent at reading people. So she's sort of a natural criminal profiler. So she joins this program, and it's like a summer program, and her and a bunch of other teenagers around her age are all living in this sort of like house dormitory style kind of thing together. And the FBI gives them, while monitoring them, of course, they give them old cold case files that have been unsolved. And so Cassie and her team of fellow teenage sleuths have to use all of their talents together to try and solve these cold cases. So along the way, it's all about like their drama and things like that. Of course, there's like the main focus is definitely like the cases, the crimes, things like that. But there is just enough of little things, like just, a little spice here and there. There's a little bit of like romance, there's a little drama, all coming from, because it's teenagers, and so it's teenagers living together in very close quarters. And her other fellow like sleuths, one of them is like an emotion reader, one is another natural criminal profiler, another is like a lie detector, and one other one is like a science genius. All different kinds of walks. They come from different types of lifestyles and everything. It was really good. It was a fascinating book. I loved all 4, honestly. I thought they were great. And like I said, super easy reads. It was first released in 2013. We do have it on our shelves. We have all 4 on our shelves. It is in book format only. But other than that, honestly, I would say if you, like I said, if you love, kind of like gory crime that has that sort of true crime feel, and you like teenage detectives solving mysteries and like a little bit of like thrillers and like psychological crime stuff, The Naturals is definitely going to be right up your alley. So give it a chance. Come and check out The Naturals by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. Thanks. Bye.
So that's all we have for today. We hope you enjoyed our book talk today. If you want more recommendations, visit our website at fountaindale.org/teenreads to view book lists curated just for you. We'll see you next time.